What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 14. Uh, Today is February 14th, Valentine's Day. Um, just here. Today, just wanted to talk about a topic of being in a rut, being in a position where you feel like you're in a loop. You feel like you're just running a hamster wheel and you can't really get out of it. You're trying to break through, you're trying to, you know, serve a purpose, but it feels like you're not really doing as much as you really could do. Um, I think that's an inevitable part of life that we all must face in order to get better. Uh, and I think many videos or books won't really tell you that ever. Realizing that that's all part of a journey. Um, Realizing that it's only a marker, it's only a checkpoint in your journey to success. It's not the whole thing. When it comes to a rut, I don't associate with it. I don't define myself as a person being in a rut because I feel like when you give that energy, you don't have the capacity to, I would say, conquer those those slow feelings, the tendency to not want to do anything, that unmotivated feeling. I feel like when you associate with it, it becomes way harder to transform it than anything. And that's what it is essentially. It's a transforming of energy. It's a transforming of, okay, this energy is not going to the right place, so I need to shift it, transform it into this area of my life where I want to go. It's energy, it's dormant energy. It's energy that needs to be channeled into this upward spiral. So I reach these points, especially during this time of the year when it's winter. Um, I reach these points in my journey where I'm more tired. I'm more like, I don't really feel like I'm doing the best I can. I don't feel like I'm on the right track. I don't feel like there's any signs of like me getting closer. I kind of feel like I'm plateauing. Um, I never used that term. That's mad funny that I used it, but uh, yeah. So it's kind of like a battle, just like trying to get out of bed some days, just being slower, just sluggish, just not feeling 100%. No matter what you try, even if you're healthy, it's like you're still trying to stay committed to, the vision. It can kind of feel like you're going in a downward spiral, especially like not feeling any different than you did the day before. I noticed a lot of videos that talk about this topic, or just like even a lot of books or articles on this topic, uh, make a rut seem like a bad thing, make a rut seem like it's a negative thing. And even though it can feel like a negative thing, I would disagree with it. I would say you need the rut. The rut is kind of like the point in your experience before you come into that next version of yourself. Um, because obviously this isn't going to be your last. This is probably just one of many that you will have in your life experience. The main thing I start to do when I start to get in a rut, I start to get into a rut is I don't shame myself for feeling that way. I don't associate with the feelings of being in a rut. I realize that this is just one rough patch of my experience. This isn't the whole experience. And when you have that space, you can create a wonderful amount of opportunity to learn about yourself and that knowledge that you gain from that period of introspection is what is going to help you get through that rut. You know, many of us prolong our ruts because we don't realize that it's a temporary experience. We associate with it and we continue to ponder on the fact that that experience sucks, and we continue to talk about the experience, we continue to acknowledge the experience. But you need to acknowledge it, of course, but you don't need to define your being, your character with being in a rut. Because you're not that feeling, you're not that experience, you're just working, you're the being that's working towards that higher vision. Because I had an experience the other day where someone was telling me they were depressed, right? And it's interesting because when someone says that they're depressed, that means they associate with that disease of depression, right? As opposed to someone who's saying, oh, I'm battling with depression. They're battling with that emotion, those feelings, those lower tendencies, those lower emotions. It makes a huge difference. You know, just like being careful with what you associate with. Just with that awareness, it creates such a higher quality of living. And it speeds up the process of like overcoming these ruts, right? These patches in your journey where nothing feels like it's going your way. But realize that it's all part of the process. It's inevitable. I'm big on introspection, and you guys are gonna definitely learn that over the course of just like me making these videos for you, and you know, as I continue to create for you guys. Introspection is like the highest form of, I guess, inner self-love or connection, which in turn can, you know, create a very desirable reality for your life.